And we are here for the over 45s here at Dial Park. Bo Downham, Xavier Williams, Dwayne Ahern in the commentary box. We're going to drive you through this one here, as we said, at Dial Park. Pleasure to have your company wherever you're listening from, as this one's socket into the pocket. Quick start here for this game. Hugging the boundary line. There you go. Trying to pick it up was Grogan. And we'll see a...
familiar face there, number 24 for Tassie.
Russell Robertson. Yeah, good to welcome you in, Dwayne.
Thank you.
X, thanks for jumping in.
Yeah, thanks, Bo. Appreciate it. Glad to be here. Well done, Dipper, on organising such a magnificent event here held locally on the Northwest Coast. A bit of sport going on, by the way, on the Northwest Coast today.
There is. There's a fair bit on, and thanks very much, X. It's been a pleasure organising it for the Heath Lovett Cup Day, and 5 games of footy. We've had 2 crackers so far, and let's hope the day continues. And here we are, as we said, in the over 45s. So
ball in the hands of Tasmania. They look to go inboard. Good tackle there being applied by Wayne Loader, the captain of the Vic Country over 45 men. Going to get a ball up, around about half forward. Tassie able to clear. Good mark running back with the pack was Ryan Sutherland. Hands it off to Daniel Clark, and away he goes now. A couple of bounces, heads out towards the scoreboard side of the ground. Into the hands of Troy Collins, the vice-captain, so showing leadership from the front there, Dwayne. The Victorian boys wrapping and pulling it in. It was Tasmania's number 27, Jared College. And we'll get a ball up opposite side of the ground.
Big ruckman in there. College, you're going to have to help us out here, Dipper.
I will.
We've got a couple of
jump in.
Extra numbers on our team sheets like we have for all the games, which is good. A little bit of...
just to helping out. Well done, end right there from Tasmania. Handball's back in and the ball goes out of play. Inside the forward 50 for Vic Country.
Good game by your boys first up, Dwayne. How'd you see it go?
A great win early on. Vic Country just had a few pull out late, unfortunately, but they managed to scrounge aside, and yeah, our boys kicked off the day really well, which was nice. So
as they go down the wing now, the Vic Country boys are looking to load up to head in inside forward 50, failing to pick it up. Again, a couple of people we don't have on our team sheet, but this guy we do. Sacco just gets taken in the tackle. Dawson with some nice body work there. Kick towards our commentary side wing, and they might have some spare room now if they can pick it up. Kick down the ground. Grogan with a good fist out. Failing to take it was Fulton. Didn't get too much of that hand pass as it's brought back for a free kick going the way of, who's this, Dipper?
That is Kim Baldock. Comes inside now for the Tasmanians. Flannery was there, fisted away. And coming through was Clark again. He's had a fair bit of it for Vic Country. Good attack by College. Flannery gets tackled. Again, College mops it up. Out wide now to half forward. Looking for, that looks like it was, who was that?
No, it looked like number 34.
It did, but he's not on the sheet. So
no, he's not on the sheet, but those numbers, the white on the back on the yellow, it's rather difficult to pick up as Victoria go inside forward 50 for the second time in a minute. They get the handball out to number 44, that's Craig Taylor. He passes it on to the big fella at number 8.
For Solo.
That's right, for Solo.
Gets the Vicks on the board first up.
Certainly does, and that's a great start for Victoria. They haven't had the best of starts today, have they, Dwayne Ahern?
No, they haven't, and like I said, full credit to them. We've come across from Vic today, and for the last couple of days to bring 5 teams over, including a women's side. It's a fair effort. So to get them on the park, a few boys have already played a game to help out in the 35 reserves game early on this morning, but now they're back to their normal age group. So we're bound to see some good footy from here on in.
Yeah, no, looking forward to it. You've been here since the start too, Bo. How's the morning been so far?
Well, if you're a Vic Country fan, not awesome. I think we have seen some good football though, especially the reserves 35s were awesome for Tassie, as this one's marked on the half-forward flank. Again, Don't have him on our team sheet. Davern.
So that was
Stratton. Yeah.
Here is Robbo. He's going to waltz
There he
into an
is.
open goal. Unselfishly, Russell Robertson hands it off to Shane Randall.
54, not 34X. We've finally got him. Now we know who he is. Yeah, Clinton Stratton's in 35 now. He's changed out of 39.
Yeah, so that's his old number 39, former Burnie Docker player. Played in those 5 premiership years. And
Finds himself up forward these days.
Yeah, well, yeah. And then he moved across back to Wynyard from once where he came. There's Big Davern, Big Kayne Davern, one of the sponsors here today, Bo.
We caught up with him last night. He was helping us find our way around Dial Park.
Good.
I just want to check the temperature there for Russell Robertson. That's unlike Russell. I hope he's all right. Usually, especially at home. All right, we're back.
An infringement.
It sounds like there's been an infringement of some description, and the recipients will be Victoria. So Daniel Clark hands it back to the ruckman there in number 10. So Mr. Broomfield, Big Matty. That's a good kick inside forward 50. Not to the advantage, though, of his teammates. Good bump there being applied by Treadray.
We don't match him. Out of bounds.
Was out of bounds, was it? I couldn't quite understand what was going on. There was whistles everywhere there. So, and we're going to get a boundary throw in centre wing position, grandstand side of the ground. And Dipper, you'd be very pleased with the amount of people that have turned up here today at Dial Park.
Fantastic turnout, and full credit to the general public. We've got a lot of locals around, obviously, and as I said before, the Vics have travelled, but the football public have certainly supported this, and the publicity we've had over the last couple of days has been excellent. Channel 7 and the Advocate, so we thank them for their support. And at the end of the day, football's the winner, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Yeah, definitely. Nice little plug on SEN as well. As Dawson and passes it over the top to College.
He's been prominent early.
Now they can build up. That might be McKenna out there who finds a good leading target. Stratton goes into the path of Russell Robertson, just beating him the boundary line. Now, we had him on, I worked for SEN, he was on a couple of weeks ago, and I tell you what, off air, he was that confident he was going to kick a bag today.
Oh.
I'm looking forward to see
He's
how
just
he
warming
goes,
up.
Robbo.
He's just warming up. He's travelled the 3 hours from Hobart this morning.
He played some good footy and relived the rivalry as well at Windsor Park. He was best on, I think, or want to kick the match-winning goal as this one's fisted out of the forward 50 for the Tasmanians. That kick just off the side of the boot and will be boundary or free kick going the way of the Vic Country men.
So Vic Country have possession. They look to come inboard. No one able to take the mark. It was 1 on 3, mind you, and poor old Sacco had to make something of nothing. He was able to dive back on top of the footy, and we will get a ball up.
Tight contest this one early.
Certainly is. Who are the men in pink? Dip?
That is a good question. We've got 2 Vic Country umpires out there this morning in this game, and one of our Northwest Umpires Association umpire as well. So again, Vic Country making that effort and supplying the 2 umpires, or 3 umpires today. They've got one in the senior game later on this afternoon.
Treadray finds his teammate cross half forward, number 43. Not on the team sheet, but we'll work that out. I'm going to call him Kudafides.
And Vassallo again.
Yeah, the big fella up front.
Second game of the day, mind you, for the big fella who was in the commentary box earlier.
Assistant coach.
He looks a lot like Brendan Favola these days, to be honest with you. And he's doing the same amount of work as Big Fev. So let's see what Lukey Vassallo can do.
And the best part is, X, you touched on it before, there's a mixture of players out here. There's premiership players, there's best and fairest winners, there's former coaches as Vassallo goes for goal, and it's off to the left-hand side for a one behind. From both states, which is absolutely extraordinary, and that's what Masters footy is all about. Seeing these players who either used to play or still play at some sort of level, especially through Masters, to come back together and once enemies and now teammates, it is really a good spectacle.
Yeah, it certainly is, absolutely. Ball unable to be taken out of the defence by Tasmania, and so we're going to get a boundary throw-in, so good pressure applied by the Country Victorians. Vassallo pushes. I think it might have been, no, it wasn't College. I'll have to try and work that one out. Was it Lawrence maybe? Anyway, they relieve. It's only been intercepted though by Sutherland. So Ryan Sutherland back inside 450 looking for Vasolo. He's at the back. The Winter gets the fist to it now. College picks it up. Takes on one, takes on two, steps inside. That's across the face of goal, so it's risky. Bounces into the favour of Tasmania. Picking the ball up on the fly was Loader. Gets it to his teammate. And that's number 5. There's a shot on goal across the body. Dale Mercer, and it goes through for one behind. So at the moment, we can see Victoria slight lead. I think it's 1-2 versus 1 straight to the Tasmanians.
Already a tighter game than we've had the first two beforehand, as Jackson kicks it into the middle of Dial Park. That was a centimetre perfect kick, and now Robbo's trying to track it down. Grogan got the hand pass before he had to get belted by Russell Robertson. Oh, the spin move there by
good
Cunningham.
Tackle.
It was a good tackle as Collings chips it into the centre to Paul Treadray. Wonder if there's any relation. And now they're going to run and dash through. Clark kicks it inside the forward 50, just through the hands of the waiting defender in College.
Oh,
a little bit of nervousness here, and our man in number 43, who we're going to call Cooter, is going to take a shot. I don't know if we can get his number soon, or his name rather. We know his number, just don't know his name. He hands it off to someone who we do know. Vasolo goes for number 2. Kicked 2 in the first game, and now he's got a second of this match and puts them in front by a little bit more now.
Bit starstruck here, the Tasmanians at the moment. But full credit to the Vics. They've applied the pressure. Daniel Clark's been prominent and penetrating the forward 50 well, and obviously putting the Tasmanian defence under pressure. And that tackle there from Kuda, as we've called him so far, allowed the Vics for an easy goal through Vasolo.
Yeah, Kuda Phytomedes over to Favola, also known as Luke Vasolo.
But Clark's been damaging, hasn't he?
Certainly has. And College.
Oh, well done.
Number, who was that?
Shane Randall.
That was Randall. Yeah, taking it out of the, or getting it from the ruckman straight into the pathway of Robertson. He's unable to get his boot to ball. Beaten there by Cunningham.
Howard.
It comes back to Howard. Oh, across the body. Don't tell me.
Oh.
And taking the mark there is Baldock. Comes in board. No, it says the umpire, you've got to go around. You're not going to be able to give it to Russell. Look at the sly grin on Russell's face. Yeah. Did he have time to do his hair, considering he had 3 hours on the way to get here? Could have had a shave at least, honestly.
Bit scruffy, hasn't he? Wonder who took him up.
Baldock.
Across the body, not bad.
You got it? No,
he's hit the woodwork. And that is 1 behind. So it's 1-1, plays 2-2 to the favour of Victorian Carlton Blues.
We do have a good game on our hands here as they chip mark out of the pocket. Brogan just spoiling himself on that occasion. The nice little push inside the boundary rope from Baldock is going to be called for a free kick going the way of Vic Country. Into the corridor they go, hitting up Sutherland. I reckon it might just be Sutherland. Maybe Jerry's had an error on the team sheets. As Sutherland now goes out, pushed in the back was Mercer or Jason Berry. You can take your pick. Flip of a coin on that one, as being held is Randall. Now they might find their way out. This is either Dale Mercer or Jason Berry. And they kick forward to Dave Matthews. Good looking kick off. Vasolo's dropped what he should have taken. Hand pass was good over the top to Treadray. He's just gone. Good tackle it was, and they'll reload now, Tassie.
Brad Granger.
Brad Granger, love the beard. That's a cracker. It reminds me of one of those country. Is it Luke Combs?
Yeah, that's him.
Country and Westerns, something like that. Anyway, well, that's a great mark. Under a heap of pressure. And who's that with the bald nut?
House. Podge House.
No, there's that Podgy. I haven't seen him for a while. That's a poor display of skill by Tasmania out in front of Russell Robertson. There's obviously a target, and they're double teaming him there. So numbers 24 and 27 at the moment.
Conditions slightly tricky too, X. It's a nor'easterly blowing across the ground, obviously. So normally we get nor'westerlies here, but today just a nor'easterly with no protection on that far side of the ground and the scoreboard. So it's just making it a little bit tricky for the Tasmanians, especially coming this way. So
certainly is. I tend to agree. And kicking sort of into the wind there was across the face of goal was Ryan Sutherland. Siren goes at the end of the first quarter. We've got 2-2-14. The Victorian Countryside to 1-1-7. A quick summary by Supercoach Dwayne Dipper Ahern.
Look, it's been, like I said, it's been an entertaining contest so far, very close and tight, but the Vics just seem to have control on the scoreboard and in the contest as well, for that matter. But Clark's been very dominant, as we've said. Vassallo up forward and really putting the Tasmanian defence under extreme pressure, and they just haven't been able to get that consistent ball movement from half-back especially, and then getting that delivery into Robinson and Stretton and the likes up forward. So they've got some work to do, the Tasmanians, but this is the contest we want. We want some contests, severe and I guess pressurised games of footy, because there's a cup up for grabs, and at the moment Tasmania lead 2-0, so it's the best of 5.
They look a little bit serious at the Vic Countryside as they start to gather there at quarter time. We're going to go to a break just very shortly, but before we do so, if you're over in Victoria, in particular in the country, we just want to give a bit of a shout out to those that have sponsored the Vic Countryside and also today's proceedings down here at Dole Park Regional Sports Complex at the Penguin Football Club. So Weddouree Car Service Centre, AADB Concreting, Super for Health, also the Drainage Doctor, 0411 442 042 if you need some help with regards to your drainage and your plumbing. Green Pipes Plumbing, Jim's Pool Care for mobile pool shops. And I tell you what, even though they're getting a bit more than a smattering of rain at the moment, out in Vic Country, I know at times it can be rather dry, so get hold of Jim's Pool Care. Sports Gear Australia and Tyrepower in Gisbone. And if you need some tyres on the vehicle of choice, 0354207654. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back very shortly for the start of the second quarter. And welcome back to Dole Park Regional Sports Complex here, part of the Penguin Football Club on the Sunshine Coast of northwest Tasmania. It's a sporting hub here today. Dwayne Ahern and Bo joining me here in the, what is it, the van, the studio?
Yeah, in the van.
The man in the van. As we get underway, And getting his hands there with Tasmania. Good tag team. Ball inside forward 50. No one able to take it cleanly. There's that man, as we spoke about just prior to quarter time, Daniel Baldock. Been a bit of a target for Tasmania. Getting his hands on the pill there was Wayne Later, the captain. He's also reasonably prominent in the first quarter. They kick towards centre wing position. No one able to take it cleanly. Good tackle applied there.
DeWinter.
That's by DeWinter. He's got a big job today. He's looking after the task. He's got the task on Luke Fasolo, the big Fevolution. So centre wing position, ball up. Taking out of the ruck.
Pushed out too easy there, Baldock.
Yep. Getting his kick and losing his boot. Number 77, that's Clark. He was also prominent in the first quarter. 27 for Tasmania. College again gets his hands on the pill. Doesn't go anywhere though. They pick it back up through the services of number 7, who loses the ball. That's Michael Sacco. But then he's deemed to have received a free kick. So Sacco, left arm all tattooed. Beautiful left kick. Unfortunately, that wasn't a great example. So Lynchy hands it off. And DeWinter out to
Benny Matchin.
So Benny Matchin, number 33. Hard to pick up those white numbers. That's not a great kick. Looks like Treadray might get his hands on the footy. He does. Is he going to receive a free kick? Number 23 for Tasmania, Jared McKenna. Flang does get the free kick. Adam Flannery, the coach. He goes across the ground, number 20 to Corey Bissett. Bissett further afield to number 23. Moved well, Jared McKenna. So McKenna now kicks further afield to number 24. And this is the first time, Dwayne Ahern, that we see Russell Robertson with the pigskin in his hands.
Long way out, but he goes into the pocket, and it's a bit of an ordinary kick in the end, and it dribbles out of bounds.
What is that?
For a boundary throw-in.
Yeah, it wasn't much, was it? It wasn't a great kick from Robbo. Of course, his son Tex in the Melbourne Demons Academy. One to look for in a couple of years' time. Hack kick out of the pack there was from Collings to Brogan. Brogan kicks centre of field. Puts out a task for Murcher or Berry. Tasmania have the numbers though, but they're going to try and track it down. Vic Country putting the afterburners on. Here's, you might have to help me out with that one, Dwayne.
I couldn't quite see his number, but Baldock gets inside the forward 50. Here's Robertson now. Snaps on his right foot. Doesn't go very far enough, the umpire said. A little handball, a little give to Clark again. There he is for Vic Country. Dangerous kick back into the centre of the ground. Great attack by Bissett. Coming in hard. Oh, high contact. And they'll take the advantage.
Yeah, so Sacco gets the free. He gives a handball to no one in particular and then has to dive back on it. Is this going to be holding the football? No, says the umpire. It's not in the back, so we're going to have a ball up. Number 26, that was Brad Granger, giving away the free kick there on Sacco.
Bit of lip as well for the umpire.
No, that's not what they signed up for. Number 10, the big fella Matty Broomfield, knocks it down. Sacco again gets his right boot to it. Not his dominant side. After the football there was Jared McKenna. He's able to kick the ball towards half forward. Kicking it off the ground was Archie Grogan. Comes into the hands of Wayne Later, the captain. So he leads from the front towards half forward. Scoreboard side of the ground. No one able to take the ball cleanly.
Bit of the fumble fest.
Well, as Brian Payne would say, attack of the fumbles. Anyway, ball comes towards half forward. Again. And the boys are just falling over themselves here, quite literally. Wayne Later gets his hands on it, but kicking it forward was Brad Granger. The flowing locks across the face. Good defence there by Tasmania, wrapping up.
Well done. They did well there.
Tasmanian in the tackle was Michael Sacco. They absolutely did
extremely well there, the Tasmanians, even though the fumbles were there, but just the attack on the footy and knocking it forward, which was handy.
Get the Benny Hill music out for those little chain of fumbles. As
who's number 9?
Baldock.
Baldock
kicks into the path of Clinton Stretton.
That's it.
He goes further afield. Robbo just over the head of him. Taking the mark was Gradsky. Sizes up some options and goes on that left foot. Win picking up just a touch here at Penguin as the Tasmanians go inside forward 50. A bit of kick to kick there. Robbo saying, why aren't you hitting me on the chest? As Gradsky shifts it across the face of goal to Daniel Clark. Couple of leads into the pocket. Brogan's probably his tallest option down the line. He goes less than that to Ryan Sutherland. Thanks to Jerry.
Making it hard for their forwards, Tasmanians, Bo.
There they are. As Robbo picks his pocket. Snap kick on goal. Looks pretty good from McKenna. I think it's pretty good, or was that House?
No, that was McKenna.
That
just
was
as
McKenna.
I say, making it very hard for their forwards. A turnover happens, and that enables them to get a goal on the board.
He reminds me, believe it or not, Dipper, of Tiny Timmy Orton.
Just the sneaky forward pocket.
Yeah, well, that and also the long sleeves. So Tiny Tim.
I tell you what, he wouldn't receive too many handballs off his brother Jamie in the back in the day.
No, Mooch, that long left footer. Now with the president of the NWFA.
That's his brother Toddy.
Oh, that's Toddy.
Yeah, Mooch is involved with East Ulverston.
Oh, he's playing with East still, yeah.
Bench coach and assistant coach, and helps him out there at East Ulverston with his son Jack.
Yeah, Jackie. Yeah.
But the Orton name synonymous.
Certainly is with in Central Coast. My way back in the Devonport Districts Mini League, back when we had the Rebels. There you go. We're taking it back a few decades now. And away goes Tasmania. But good defence there by Victoria. Ball landed into the hands of Dale Mercer, and he was deemed to be held up, and he will receive the free kick.
Briscoe just didn't let him go in time.
You're not speaking English there to me, boys. So got no idea about the Rebels or anything to do with that. A little bit before my time, as this one's...
Well, they were a bit like Glenorchy. If I give them a southern context, yeah, they were sort of on the outside, you know, and they had a bit of a whiff about them, you know.
Okay.
But no, they were very good. They were very good, and then they those boys ended up playing with the Robins for a long period of time.
Who's coming into the...
Learned something new. That was good. I like that. Bit of history for you here on the coast. I will mention Glenorchy Cricket Club aren't going too well today. Had a little look at the score. I'm not there obviously today. We're 77 for 60.
And we've got the scoreboard back up, which is fantastic over the far side of the ground, because we haven't had it and they've had a bit of trouble with it. So that's fantastic. I just see.
Keep Duff accountable for the score.
That's it. Flannery back in towards the centre, but who's there? That man Sacco. I wonder if he's related to Flacco, the former comedian. We'll find out a bit later if we get the opportunity to have a chat to them. They're going to relieve, though, is Tasmania, and that's
Dawson.
going to be services of Dawson back towards, is that the Winter?
Yeah, no, it was Jackson.
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 Warwick Dawson playing. Works out in Hobart with my dad, actually. Yeah, out at Reese.
So, in the hands of number 5, Dale Mercer. Lands.
Sherry.
That's right. Paul Sherry. He takes the opportunity when the ball ricocheted into his hands, and he's able to convert. So they move out to an extended lead. So it's 3-2-20. The Victorian countryside 2-1-13. Tasmania, that margin is now 7 points.
And just while we've got an opportunity, just a shout out to LRF clothing. Don't the jumpers look magnificent? Yep. So two designs that Vic Country sort of stuck with their original design, but for the Tassie people, we went a different way instead of the green map, and the yellow Guernseys look absolutely amazing. So full credit to Luke and his crew at LRF Clothing.
Luke Faulkner, supports good footy, of course. I think he played and relived the rivalry as well last year. Does a great job. Jumpers are looking schmick. As this one sent down towards the big bustling man in Simon Howard.
Not happy with the attention.
Interference, no. At least he didn't pretend to throw a haymaker like someone in the previous game as he goes deep inside forward 50. Robertson, the two-man on him was good, and a snap kick on goal from Randall misses the lot. You're kicking that, I reckon, Dwayne.
Well, I would have thought that wind might have brought it back a little bit.
It's not making a liar out of me, surely. I'm pretty sure I've seen the sock moving out there, so... but look, the game's just amped up a little bit at the moment. There's a bit of pride on the line, obviously, and there's a little bit of feeling in this. So 7 points the margin, Vic Country lead. Matchin brought it to ground inside the 450 again. Good contest by Robinson. Fulton tried to get it off the ground, couldn't. Handball back to Vic Country. They're trying to clear it. Only goes as far as John Johnson. Oh, he juggles it and got it.
A couple of big turning circles out there, X.
Certainly was. And then he hits up Clinton Stretton. So Clinton Stretton, usually you would have seen him as a dour defender for the Burnie Dockers in his day, and also Wynyard Cats in the latter stages of his career.
And a Masters veteran too, and it's fantastic to see. We've touched on the Masters, but today and days like this are aimed to entice more 35-year-olds to come and play, and you'll see that on show in the 35 senior game and some of the players that are running around. As Stretton comes in and kicks true to give Tassie their third goal, and they move to 3-1-19 to 3-2-20.
So what's the best way to get involved? If you want to play in games like today, what's the best way that you can get involved at home?
Tassie Masters, AFL Masters Facebook page is a really good start, or jump online and search aflmasters.com.au, and then the links will take you straight to your state, Vic Country, WA, etc., Tasmania. It'll take you to contact straight to your state.
Fantastic, and that's exactly what Clinton Stretton has done over the journey.
Didn't want to pull the boots on X?
No, not well, maybe. We'll see. I notice Stret's still wearing the KPM dials, and
he is. And he had them back in 2001.
That's right, and he's always been a classy man. I wonder what he turned up in the suit today. As Treadray goes inside forward 50, and College has taken the mark deep in defence for Tasmania. Back towards centre forward.
Good kick.
Yeah, good kick. And that man, number 23, that's House, that's taken the mark.
Former Wynyard Reserves Premiership coach and Wynyard stalwart.
The nude nut. His kick, though, has been taken there by number 27 for Victoria. Grogan finds a teammate a little bit further afield who's had his kick smothered. That's Mercer. Still gets to Christian Freeman. Inside forward 50. No one able to take the mark. Kudafida, also known as Collins, unable to get it. House mops up for Tasmania and finds the big fella, number 81. That's Daniel Baldock for Tassies. He goes wide out towards Davern, and it's a little bit too wide. And out of bounds, and Victoria will get the free kick. Who's that? Number 27? Is that Grogan? The ball in hand? No, 21.
No, 21.
Mickey Batt. He's had to hand it over. So Dale Mercer will get the free kick. Is this the new rule? So if it comes out off the foot, you got
No, we're not. We adopted the Masters rules from last year's carnival,
right,
because the new rules haven't come into the Masters, so we agreed to adopt or continue with last year's rules. So haven't quite adopted the shifting again. Hey, let's not forget it's Masters, so all these shifting of rules, it fries the brain a little bit.
Well, you've got the most shiftiest of players, one would imagine, out there. So rules would need to be applied, one would have thought, as Tasmania relieve and go back towards centre forward.
They do. Battling away at ground level. Picking it up nicely was Clark. Hand pass just got cut off. Standing over the football there was Treadray. Comes out now, though.
Lawrence.
That kick away from Lawrence is good. Just over the head of a teammate. Now, I want to ask you, Dwayne, how long has this been in the works for? Obviously, the coordinator of today, how long has it been in the works for?
A good 4 to 6 months. So since the carnival last year, which was in early October, Dave O'Brien from Vic Country, he was the sort of instigator and brainchild of it all, and he reached out and said, this is what we want to do, and we're happy to come over, etc. And then it just grew legs from there. So what was meant to be 3 games of footy just had an overwhelming response, shifted to 5 games, and then all of a sudden here we are.
Big night last night, I hear, as Victoria get it away at one of the sponsors. So Tim and Trent Allen's pub, the 4th pub. I think you're all going to get there and regale today's proceedings a bit later on tonight, I believe. Is that right, Dipper?
That is correct, X, yeah.
I look forward to that. Timmy Allen will be right in the thick of that. There's no doubt about that. He'll be talking about his halcyon days down the West Coast. Kick inside forward 50 has been taken. So that was Freeman that kicked the ball in. And it is Troy Kudafida, also known as Collins. Yep. So Troy Collis. Oh, goes across the face. This is interesting.
Oh, Vassallo. He hasn't been sighted this quarter.
Where's he been? Anyway, I'm surprised by that. Tassie relieve. And it falls into the hands of Clark. Clark, waste no time, plays on from outside 50. Good kick. Not taking the mark, and they've lost that opportunity. Was Taylor, and he's very despondent with regards to that opportunity that was there. Gets a hand up from Tasmania, and at half-time we see a 1-point differential. I didn't think that would be the case. I thought Victorian Country have pretty much dominated the proceedings in the first half, but it's 3-2-20 to Vic Country, and Tasmania 3-1-19. Before we go to Dwayne Ahern for a quick summary at half-time, who are the goal kickers, please, Bo?
Jared McKenna with 1, Stretton 1, as well as Randall. And Luke Vasolo, Fevolution with 2 as well, was Paul Sherry with 1 as well.
Dwayne Ahern for a quick summary and some of the better players from Vic Country and Tasmania.
Yeah, so low scoring quarter, obviously, and Vic Country struggled to hit the scoreboard, but to Tassie's credit, they chipped away at it and managed to secure a goal and draw back the margin, so to bring it back to 1 point. But Andrew House has been in the thick of it for the Tasmanians, I think, and so has Jared McKenna. I thought their first half's been quite consistent, and we had obviously Daniel Clark for the Vics, who just went out of it, as did Vasolo, but Troy Collis has certainly stepped up, and along with I think that Darren Gradsky, he certainly had that ball on a string as well.
I reckon we'll throw to the break here. We'll go into the half-time break. Actually, you want to do a couple of sponsors?
Yeah, I just wanted to mention, so a big thank you to the Tasmanian Government, who've been good supporters, along with AquaManage.
Yeah, through Events Tasmania too, the Tasmanian Government, which has been terrific.
Fantastic. Burnie Trophy Centre, so to Mark and company up there, they've been very supportive. Clark Windows, based out of Smithton.
Just touching on Burnie X real quick, they've sponsored all the medals and the cup today, which is fantastic, along with some prizes for our raffle.
Yeah, good people. Group Travel Australia, Kayne Davern, who's out there at the moment. Anything electrical, just get hold of Kayne. Newmans Home Furnishings, brought to you by Clinton Stretton, of course, in one of those magnificent Marnie suits. Safewater Solutions, Savu Saunas, Burnie Toyota, and also Devonport Toyota, and we thank them for their support of today's carnival. So we're going to go to a quick break here for the half-time in the over 45 men between Tasmania and Vic Country, brought to you from Dial Park and Duff TV. We'll be back very shortly at the end of the half-time break.
Is he?
Yeah.
You want to lead us in?
Yep. And welcome back to Old Park Regional Sports Complex for the Tasmanian Masters. Game 3, over 45 men, where we see Tasmania versus Vic Country. And we can see Vic Country hold the slendest of margins, 3-2-20 to 3-1-19 here as we get underway. And to the advantage of Tasmania in front of McKenna, but the ball bounces for Clark. He tries to get the handball out. Overrunning the football there was Sutherland. Ball comes back out to Treadray, and he finds, I think that might be Sacco.
It is.
Sacco, centre wing position. He's going to use that trusty left boot. He'll go and very short. Yeah, that's a good kick, and finds Jason Berry.
So Berry inside the forward 50, and here is Cooter. Collins. He's going to size his options up. Good conditions. It's getting a little bit hot. I think I might have to go take the jumper off in a minute. Hot in the van. As Collins sends it right to the top of the goal square. Flies. No one really emerges with the fly. The solo's in there. Tapped it forward. Underground hand pass works out okay. Running onto this one now is 15. Who is that, Dwayne? De Winter. As they clear the area only momentarily. They can pick up and go again here. Can Vic Country. Landing into the lap of Vasolo. He lines up for goal number 3.
Got it.
That is his 3rd of the day, and he's looking pretty good, X.
It might be just this end of the ground that he's lively.
Maybe. Which is surprising, really, because the winners would be going to the advantage of right of screen, really.
Correct,
yeah. So, nonetheless, also known as the Fevolution. So, 2 in the first, 1 in the third. Hardly sighted in the second. I'd suggest he might have had a bit of pine time.
Well, so the 2 players who were dominant in the first quarter, Vasolo and obviously Daniel Clark, have kick-started the 3rd term as we played 2 minutes, and Vic Country stretched their lead out to 7 points.
I love the work there by the goal umpire too. Classic. So 7 points is now the margin. 4-2-26 Vic Country, 3-1-19 Tasmania. Closest game of the day so far. Loader, Treadway, Clark. Inside forward 50.
Solo.
There he is, the Fevolution.
He got it, drop kick.
2 in a minute.
Wow.
So he'd be leading surely he'd be leading for best on ground.
He's ahead at the moment.
Country.
Yeah, Kevin Sheedy be happy with that, sitting up in the stands, which I'm sure we've touched on. The great Kevin Sheedy here watching today. But Vasolo just finishing off. Watch this here as he just hits the ground. Look, little drop kick.
Look at the power. Warwick and young Warwick Dawson just couldn't go with him. 5-2-32.
Stretch the lead out.
They certainly have 13 points now, the margin to the favour of Victoria, 3-1-19 Tasmania. So,
and look, this is just a huge day, and I can't thank everyone enough for their support, both the sponsors of both states and the general football public and all the volunteers who have made this happen. It's been a super effort to bring Masters footy to life, especially here on the northwest coast, as Flannery comes in and tackles. And there'll be a ball up by the looks of things.
Kayne Davern, the big fella there from Davern's Electrical Services.
It's been a hell of a job, X, but we're glad it's come through. And yeah, you mentioned the after-match function later tonight at the 4th Pub, who are one of our sponsors, as well as Brad McDonald and Savu Saunas, as the Vics go inside the forward 50. Oh, no mark taken. Lynch was there for the Tasmanians. Going to be bottled up, and another ball up.
So dropping the mark, as you mentioned there, it was Jared College. I thought, it might have been Jared College. Dropped what he should have taken. Oh, looks like he might have done a calf. Back of the knee, number 52. That's Cunningham. Not happy, Jan. That's most likely what had happened to me if I got out back onto the field. Number 32 across the body on his left boot.
Just touching
Paul
on that,
Sherry.
When was the last time?
That's a good question. Being a teacher, I usually have a go against the kids and things along those lines, the students. So, but I actually haven't played.
When was your last season you had?
Would have been at Burnie with Plappy.
Yep.
So that'd be
2008 or thereabouts.
Yeah,
9.
maybe.
Was that when Plappy was there?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. So I had a go then. Tore, I don't know, 3 hamstrings, 2 calves, something like that. Mid to late 30s, I think, at that point.
Bulldogs give away a free kick there for Tasmania. Advantage is taken though through Marriott. done there. Oh, coming in hard there looks like it was it Jackson? He got hit in the head there. He's just a bit dazed. Or was it Dawson? No, sorry, Dawson.
Yeah, it could be Dawson. I think it might have been Dawson.
Just a little dazed there. They've waved for the trainers, but looks like there's going to be a ball up anyway outside the forward 50 for the Vicks.
So ball now into the hands of Daniel Clark has been prominent. His kick towards Vasolo. He just fell over, just like a tree in the wind. College had the ball knocked away from him. Is that holding the football? Incorrect disposal.
Yeah, wow.
And I thought it was number 5, but number 44, Craig Taylor, takes the kick. And look who he finds on the lead in front of Tasmania's Wayne Jackson. And so, look at this.
He wants to. He wanted to come around.
Oh, well, he's working the angles. That's what he's doing. He's just working the angles, and I like it. I like it a lot. Well done by the umpire. Just making sure.
Really put some pressure on Tassie if Vasolo can kick this, because, well, no, he's going to pass it off. Oh, left unmarked in the pile. He's dropped it. Oh.
Yeah, couldn't take it. Was the captain Loader. Not happy, Jan.
Gee, got away with one there.
Disappointed. He's led well. Looks reasonably fit too, Wayne.
Who's up?
So, he's had a good summer too, with regards to that tan.
And whilst I'm here, Rex, too, I know you might have mentioned it, but thanks to the Penguin Football Club and the Central Coast Council for allowing us to use their beautiful facility up here at Penguin at Wilson Homes Oval, Dial Park. It's a great facility, the home of the Devils on the northwest coast, and this is where they'll be coming to play their VFL games. I think one this year, one for the women, one for the men, I'm pretty sure this year, against Box Hill or somewhere.
Yeah, that's right. I think they might even be on the same day. Yeah. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how many spectators actually make their way to Penguin for that round. So, great to see Tasmania back in the VFL. It's been a long time coming, and hopefully they get some success literally straight off the bat. In fact, former Penguin product, Robbie Fox, will be leading from the front for the men as their captain. The ball's been knocked out there by Michael Sacco.
Has anyone seen Russell Robertson? I'm asking for a friend. I'm just making sure he's still out on the ground. I think he is. I think I
ran into him in the toilet cubicle. I think he was in there when I was changing my shirt over.
Mind you, to be fair, the delivery hasn't been great to the great man, but it's fantastic that he jumped on board on this day as well. Yep. Former Penguin boy himself, and for him to return for this, all we had to do was ask. He made himself available. He was down here for a couple of other functions as well, so the timing was perfect.
I think, is that him at full forward?
Eyes on the ball.
No.
He's still down his favourite end of the ground as Davern clears for Tasmania. Not a lot of options though, by the looks of things. Vic should mop it up through Collings. Well, he tries to dodge one, Stretton gets him high, but he takes the advantage.
They go through Dunleavy. Yeah, and then it comes back. Oh, brushes off the tackle. Back to Treadray.
Worked it out well.
Chain of handballs. Let's see what their
Chad Marriott
hand-eye coordination's like.
Good effort, and House, as we expect for Tasmania, is in amongst the thick of the action there. So he's been probably one of their best, Andrew House.
Certainly has, the nude nut from the Wynyard Cats.
So throw in right in front of us. Go down, Xavier Williams, Dwayne Ahern in the box with you. Pleasure to have your company wherever you're watching from around the planet. As umpires plucked a free kick. Just ran into Flash, guys. Said he wasn't too happy with his performance, and I said, yep, rightly so. He fell over a couple of times by maybe a ghost pushed him over and had the case of the fumbles. But good to have him up here playing as well as this kick.
It was the knee brace, I reckon.
Yeah, I think it was. And I was expecting his skins to be a little bit longer as well, to be honest with you, X, as they work towards half forward. Collins has been in the action this game.
College.
As
there he is, Jared College.
College follows up again. He's been good. Kick out towards this wing. A foot race is on. Vic Country have the numbers. Gardner didn't put his body behind it, so they're going to just all pile in and collapse as they dismember and go back to their positions. We'll have a ball up. I'm liking the hot pink. Kevin Sheedy mentioned it on the call as well. He's liking the hot pink in the umpires.
And showing all the sponsors too, which is terrific.
Good job. Did you design those, Dwayne?
We had a bit of a say in it, yeah. So, again, LRF, but we wanted to make the umpires stand out a little bit today and obviously support our sponsors from both states.
Ball in the hands of Freeman. He goes towards the centre of the ground. There's Daniel Clark, been best for mine for Victoria. Finds the hit-up lead. And that number 45, Dave Matthews, wasting no time towards the Fevolution. Vassallo. So Vassallo will be kicking for his 5th. So he's 2 in the first, 2 in the third.
That's why the crowd went berserk when I was missing.
And the big fella, he's trying to work the angles again, Dipper.
He tried to straighten himself up. Now he's pointing to where I marked it. Umpire said you were 15 out. He said, no, I wasn't. I was 12.
In fact, the umpire's kit remind me of the new Gold Coast strip, their away strip, the pink. Vassallo.
Wow.
Have a look at that.
Wow. He stretched their lead. How many's that, Bo?
That's 5.
Oh, Michelle Pfeiffer.
Pfeiffer, yeah. He was in the box earlier with Sheeds. I reckon Kev might have just given him a nice little pump up.
And look, he's another guy who's done a tremendous work, I mean, from Vic Country, and we haven't touched on him much, but the volunteers, Dave O'Brien, as I said, been a magnificent leader for Vic Country in this event, and Luke Vassallo is another one who had a really big say in it, and full credit to Jason Aspland, who unfortunately he can't be here with us today, the president of Vic Country. He's actually at the AFL Masters AGM this weekend in Newcastle, so all the states are present there this weekend for the AGM, so they've done a tremendous work.
Sunbaked here at
Shane Randall gets a free kick.
So Randall, 3-1-19, plays 6-2-38. About 3 minutes left in the quarter. The kick wasn't so good though. Oh, nifty little pass up to a teammate from Vic Country. Spinning around the Ghosts was Freeman. Tracking this one down though is
Randall again.
Randall again. He's been good. Is getting tackled the Tasmanians. They're still finding a way to press through though. Out towards this half-forward flank now. Nice piece of the body from Treadray. He's got a man in support though, but they turn it over. Picking it up here is Howard, although he falls over himself. Treadray looking for the boundary. He'll mop this one up and just scrub a kick out towards a teammate in Sacco.
Sacco overruns the football, so Tasmania are able to come away with it. Comes back into the hands of, I thought it might have been number 23, McKenna, but I may have been wrong. Anyway, long story short, ball's back now by Victoria across half back, centre wing position. The kick there by Troy Collins. Or Collis?
Now I've got to ask, what is what's the go-to here at the canteen? We've never been to Dial Park before. What are we going for lunch?
Well, Dipper can talk specifically to this. I could do it back down when we were down towards the town, but I can't do it here, unfortunately.
The chips and gravy, you never go past the chips and gravy, and their rolls look enticing as well. So healthy option for a roll or the chips and gravy.
I think we'll go the chips and gravy, I reckon.
Out the house. Flannery did all the hard work inside. Howard was the target. It was a good effort, spoiled though by Vic Country, and that might have been Mr. Mick Batt.
And we've touched on our sponsors, boys, but can I just say a big thanks to Duff TV, to Martin, Bo, Jerry and the crew who have come on board today and made this day even bigger and better than what it already was going to be. For your coverage and broadcast and supporting this, I truly thank you. So thanks very much, guys.
On behalf of everyone, I think Ben as well. It's been a pleasure. Jerry's at home playing cricket today, but he's been a huge part of this as a nice mark is taken. We've been looking forward to this for a good part of a month once we sort of knew that we were coming up here, Dipper. We were very much looking forward to it, and it hasn't disappointed at all as Flannery takes the mark. It's been good. First time up here. I've called a couple of games remotely from Dial Park, but to be here in the flesh is awesome.
Yeah, fantastic.
With a good team as well, with X and Michael Maney. We had some good guests on today.
There's the coach, Adam Flannery, for Tasmania. Number 13, has he got it?
I need it.
So Flannery just brings it back within 13 here.
Geez, much needed goal there.
It is.
Right on the death knock of three-quarter time.
Actually, Flannery being the coach, what would his words of wisdom be imparting at three-quarter time?
Wow.
Because we're coming up to around about that time frame.
Yeah, we are, yeah. Look, he leads by example, Flan. Has done for quite a number of years. The former 4th premiership player and Les Hicks medalist in the NWFA up here, and he lets his actions speak louder than words. So his challenge will be to make sure they don't give up here. There's a bit of pride in the jumper. And as the siren sounds, but we've also got to remember Tassie are 2-0 up, so he doesn't want the ledger just to square up here at all. We need this win if we can, just to really put a nail in their coffin.
Certainly do. The goal kickers at 3/4 time for Tasmania. So 1 to Adam Flannery, 1 to Jared McKenna, 1 to Clinton Stretton, and 1 to Shane Randall. For Vic Country, we have 5 Michelle Pfeiffers to Luca Vassallo. So he's kicked 2 in the first and then 3 in the third to being the dominant forward on the ground. And we've got one other, which is Paul Sherry. So Paul Sherry kicked 1 in the second quarter. So before we go to the break at 3/4 time, we might just call upon Bo just to give some of the better players from the two teams.
I'm liking McKenna's game. Vassallo is obviously the choice here for how the Vic Country boys are going. I think Stretton's been good as well.
I think we're off, are we?
Anthony Lee,
We're off. And welcome back to Dial Park Regional Sports Complex at 3/4 time, where we see Victoria Country currently leading at Tasmania 6-2-38 to 4-1-25. We're in game 3 of the Masters in the over 45 men. Joining Bo and myself in the van at the moment is Tony Lovett. So the opposite half of the Heath Lovett Cup. Welcome, Tone. How's Tassie been?
Tassie's always wonderful. Got to be honest, we come down with low expectations of weather, and you always blow us away. So it's been fantastic down here, and great to feel welcomed down here. Yeah.
Absolutely. So weather's been fantastic. Now, mate, tell us a little bit about your story and how your name got put up with synonymous Tasmanian Mr. Lee Heath.
Yeah, I still don't know. I don't think I
don't be humble here.
The same company as Lee Heath. He's an absolute champion of the game, and the work that he's done in Masters footy, but also local footy. I started playing. I cheated a bit. I started playing Masters when I was 33. And took a few years before Penny finally dropped it. It was great, not just to play football, but to be around a great bunch of blokes, and now the women's footy as well that we've brought on, and it just become it's what I did, and played national carnivals for 20 years, and it's some great memories. Met some great friends right across the country. Get to travel around, particularly when we come to national carnivals. Travel around across the country, meeting great friends and playing some really good football. So it's
that connection piece is something that you will cherish, and there's no doubt.
Yeah, it's one of the things. Unfortunately, I don't play anymore. Succumbed to injury and said that's it. It's game over for me. But the biggest thing, I miss playing, and it's frustrating not playing because I think I probably could. But also miss just being around the guys at the club. So getting down to training in Ballarat of a Wednesday night to catch up with the guys, having a kick, having a beer. Once the season starts, I'll watch a bit of it. It's not that good that I'll watch it all the time.
I love your honesty.
First of all, mate, congratulations on everything today, and of course having the cup named after you must be pretty special.
Oh, it certainly is. It's like I said, it's a bit surreal. And when they first, Dave O'Brien first started talking about it, I was like, oh yeah, okay, that sounds like a good idea, mate. And I'd never imagined that all the work that he put in, and Luke Vassallo from here, from the Vic Country guys, I didn't think it'd be what it is today, that we've got 5 games of great football. But I think, it's fantastic, yeah.
I believe you've also brought your family down with you, mate.
I brought, so I've got my nephew playing in the 35s.
Yes.
Young Troy and nephew Joey as well, suiting up. But truth be known, my daughter actually comes from, she's Ballarat, but she's also Tasmanian as well. So her mum still lives here in Launceston, and Emma went to school in Launceston, and so I still have a family connection there. So she's down here with me as well. So,
fantastic. Yeah. Well, it's great that you're able to enjoy this particular experience and with those family members. I look forward to seeing the boys out in the over 35s.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good game, cracking game a little bit later on today. Looks like at the moment Victoria Country are going to get one back on the ledger. What do you think?
Well, once they turned the scoreboards on and the guys realised that the scores were counting, I think then they started scoring. So had we have put the scoreboard on the reserves game, I don't know. But no, I think they're going. We've got some absolute guns in this side from country football. There's a guy out there, number 20 for Vic Country. There's a bloke called Wayne Loader who retired from senior football at about 30-something, and then he went back and played seniors, and he'd been a defender all his career, and he said, I'm going back to play, and he played up forward and kicked 100 goals in the senior game as 40-something-year-old.
Wow, that's a fair effort. What league was that?
Minneera League, I think. This one, Ryan Sutherland with the ball now.
Yeah.
Another gun, played very high level Ballarat Football League, interleague representative numerous times, and just great brain. Luke Fasala, I don't know if you've talked about him through the game, number 8. Had a stint down at Essendon with the great Sheeds. And when I talked to Luke when he first come across for Vic Country to play in a carnival, I said to him, where do you play, mate? And he said, I've kicked 1,600 goals in my career. And I said, so you think defence is the thing that runs around the outside of the ground? So he'll play forward. So
Of course, a lot of stories today. Of course, that's one of the best things. I reckon it is the best thing about today. As we'll just wait. There's a couple of people colliding. I want to ask you about the support that has happened today. Kevin Sheedy coming on as an ambassador. I think Brendan Gall's going to be around here. The Tasmanian Government has pitched in as well. Mate, the support must be overwhelming.
Oh, it certainly is. And it just, once again, shows that people want to get on board and support Masters footy. Gone to the old Super Rules days of it was a bit of a kick and giggle. And it become more about, it wasn't so much the Super Fools, but we become into Masters football where blokes are getting together. It's the men's shed mentality that the more we stay connected, the less we are of, have impacts on our mental health and well-being. This only has positive impacts. So great that all the sponsors that have got behind it have been fantastic to be able to allow us to do this. You've got some fantastic facilities here. I can't wait for the Devils to come into the AFL, and I think that it's going to be great to get some more games down here.
So the 2-5s get the ball moving there for Victoria, Mercer and Berry, but it's taken by Tasmania's Mr. Reliable down back. And if I remember correctly, that might have been a number, where was he? Jared College, that's who it was. Mr. Reliable down back. He's had a few knockers today, but he's actually been pretty good. They bring the ball now out towards the scoreboard side of the ground, taking the mark and not wasting any time and getting on with it with Benny Machin. Machin kicks the footy, a bit of a over-under, back towards half forward, and it looks like they're going to be able to release. No, Tassie are able to pinch it back through the services of Randall. Randall's kick inside forward 50, diving effort there by Russell Robertson, unable to take the mark. And I think someone will be receiving a free kick. Oh, a bit of byplay in the background for a great tackle, offensive tackle in the forward 50 for Tasmania. And who was that on? That was on number 27. So that would have been on Archie Grogan. It looked like more like in the back for mine, but number 8, Mr. Howard, will get the opportunity to get a shot on goal. Much needed at the moment because there's 14 points of difference, Tone.
You back him? Well, the wind's moving around a little bit out there, so...
Well, there you go. She's a bit of an up and under. Made the umpire do a bit of work, but she's given the all clear. So Simon Howard gets the first of the 4th term, and it goes to the Tasmanian Masters over 45 men's side. Kayne Davern just going over there to Simon Howard to give him a bit of a pat on the back, and they're able to bring that margin back to 8 points. So 5-1-31 the Tasmanian side versus Vic Country's 6-3-39.
Have a game on our hands here.
Talking about 39, I've just noticed you got number 39 there's Clint Streeton.
Yeah, that's right.
Played for Vic Country.
What?
At National Carnival. So
did he?
He's I think I might have coached him there one of the years, and certainly a great player.
How did he wrangle that?
I reckon it was one of them rare occasions where Tassie was struggling for some numbers, and so Streets and a couple of others come across to play for, filled in for a country side in the 35s division as well. So.
I know he's slick and suave, but I didn't realise he was that slick and suave. So good on him.
I'll be interested to see at the end of the game if he's still in his, if the score stays like this, if he's still in his Tassie jumper at the end, or he pulls out his Vic Country one.
Yeah, no, won't miss an opportunity for a photo with Stret.
So ball down towards the Dowling McCarthy signage. Nice mark taken there by the Tasmanians.
Shane Randall, I think it
Shane
was.
Randall. He'll drive this one down the line, nearly taking the mark there. Might have been
House, I'm pretty
House.
sure. Yeah.
As they now link up through hands. Can they get it into the hands of Russell Robertson? They go a little kick further than him, or less than him rather. Howard breaks the tackle, hand pass out was good. Treadray's laying some good body work to get that one, and then hand passes it off to a teammate in Sutherland. And now they might be able to build up down the line, the Vic Country boys. Although the kick just eludes the teammate it was intended for. And stoppage will ultimately beat everyone. So I want to ask you, big matchup in the 35s men after the women's. But first off, touch on the women's. It's great to have them out here today, isn't it?
Isn't it fantastic? If we go back to 2016 at the National Carnival on Gold Coast, they started talking about putting a women's comp in to AFL Masters, and then 2017 I think they started. We had a great Vic Country side. We don't have women's footballers yet in the Vic Country competition, but a lot of our girls go down and play in the Metro League, and there's some really fantastic, great players in there. Nikki Porter, I reckon she's still got the number 2 Guernsey you'll get out today. Been one of the drivers behind our women's footy program within Vic Country, and fortunate enough to have Belinda Bowie there. It's playing in Vic Country, who's a well-respected coach of football in general, whether it's women's or men's football. It's been fantastic.
It'll be a great matchup. There's a couple of current NWFL players. I'm thinking Daniel Dunstan's playing today. It'll be a great matchup to watch. You can watch it all here on Duff TV, X.
You certainly can. Looking forward to that. But we've still got around about 7 or 8 minutes of the over 45s to go, and this game is right in the balance. So it's 31 plays 39, advantage to Vic Country. And they go across there and taking the mark. I think it might have been Daniel Clark, Vic Country's possibly best player in this.
Clarkey is, yes, I'd be surprised if he's not one of the best players going around for Vic Country, and just an out-and-out great player.
Where's he hail from?
From Shepparton. He's up in the Shepparton area. So plays a bit with the GV Giants up there in Shepparton. Clarkey was also one of the, in 23, we started having Indigenous All-Star games at National Carnivals, and Clarkey was one of the ones where we said, we might need you to go a bit easy on us old blokes, Clarkey, and he smashed in and got about 20 touches in 5 minutes. So I don't think he knows how not to go hard at it. It was one of those games. Johnny Johnson was in the game as well for the Indigenous All-Stars, and was looking forward to seeing him out there today. I might have to go and move his magnet on the Tasmanian board to get him a bit more of a run through the midfield there.
Ball centre wing now. Came through the services of Flannery for Tasmania. Right in front of the scoreboard at Wilson's Homes Park. They release. This is the captain.
There's Loader.
Yep. And that's what he does. He loads up from 50. Has it got enough on it? It does, but not the accuracy, and it goes through for behind. He's actually been quite good throughout the course of today's proceedings. He looks still pretty fit, does Wayne?
He's got a good rig on him there, Loads, and keeps fit. Chases the cows around on the paddock down in the Mortlake area there. This is young Shane Cunningham.
And guess who he's going to?
Gets into Fasalo.
That's right. We've called him the Fevolution.
The Fevolution. There you go. He probably likes that. But young Cunningham was, if you remember, the brothers Darryl for Carlton and Joffa, the great Joffa Cunningham for St Kilda.
Yes.
Yeah, well, obviously the football talent went through Darryl and Joffa and then to Flea. And by the time it reached down to young Shane there, all the talent had run out in the Cunningham family. So he's doing well to be out there on the ground. No, he's a great bloke, killer, and one of the great supporters of Masters footy.
So for Solo, etches in from the 50, and the wind just taking grab of that one. So this is where I reckon we might see a bit of white line fever coming here, X. It is tight. It's 12 points, 2 goals. This is where I reckon we might see it heat up a little bit as they go straight down the guts here, Tasmania. It's going to be punched back in, though, by way of Berry. And there we go again.
Clinton Stretton. The dual representative.
I was looking for the long sleeves.
Yeah, that's right.
Rendell off to House, and now they're going to go in the Russell Robertson direction, who finally takes a grab. He's been a little bit quiet today.
Third possession.
As he goes inside the forward 50, probably wasn't his best kick either. Trying to track this one down now is Marriott, and here is Davern, the big electrician, Kayne Davern, as he gets wrapped up without it, perhaps. Clark wheels around on that trusty left foot, and relieving mark taken by Sacco, and now they can just kill a bit of time and try and size up their next option.
Where's Sacco from? The ball's in the hands of Bloomfield at the moment.
Sacco comes from Ballarat, grew up in Ballarat, so I've watched him grow up through the years, but now moved down to the Surf Coast and plays with Geelong.
Right.
Geelong play in the Vic Metro competition of AFL Masters.
Well, that explains the tan then, because you weren't going to be getting out of Ballarat, I know that much. So ball's in the hands of number 77, Daniel Clark, in my opinion, has been possibly their best player, almost prominent throughout the course of today's game. That's a good kick to Loader, and they are just chewing up a bit of time here. Transfer towards centre half back, and they go further afield. Is that tread rate? It certainly doesn't have the football. No, says the umpire, play on. And so Tasmania will come away with it, and it lands in the hands of, I think that might be House. So House goes wide, finds Robertson.
About time.
Yeah, and Tasmania desperately need it. What do you think, Tone?
Well, I was almost going to say the same thing about time, but you don't want to poke the bear. We don't want Robbo firing up for the last 5 minutes and bringing the game home off his own boot.
Well, let's see what he can do. It's not the old home oval.
Oh.
But has it got there?
Not quite.
And one behind to Russell Robinson. And so, was it 5-2-32? 10 points of difference, Vic Country 6-6-42.
And Clarkey hasn't had enough kicks for the day, so he's going to do the kick-ins as well, just to make sure that the stat sheet.
And he ran out of the square as well, so it's possession as he goes to his teammate and Wayne Loader, the skipper, who again goes down the ground. A bit of body work involved here as the runner nearly gets into the action. Treadray using nice body work, although the legs just gave out on him, and now they might be off and running here, Tasmania. Kick into the corridor. Looks like it's good. Into the hands now of Daniel Baldock to Robertson. First real time we've seen him on the lead and taking a nice mark. So Robbo is going to line up to put them within 4 points here at Dial Park. And there's a whistle being blown, and they're going to get a goal here, Tasmania. Robbo's finally going to get on the board, and it's going to be back within 4, but they've only got less than 1 minute now, X. Robbo goes, and he gets his first. 4 points the margin here, Xavier Williams.
Certainly is, and local homegrown talent has brought the stand to their feet. Those in the stands, we'll see what happens. It's not the old home deck day for him because it used to be literally just down towards the town centre.
Okay. Got to say, I thought we'd seen the old ground driving around Penguin yesterday.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, so Russell, he literally used to stand on people's shoulders. Yeah, so, but he was rather wiry back then. Now, look at the umpire. Okay. Now, are these Victorian country umpires, by the way?
Oh, no, I think Pedals there is... no, that's not even Pedals, the umpires. No, they're good homegrown Tassie umpires.
And you can hear the crowd. They're getting a little bit voracious with regards to getting the ball moving.
Not going to have enough time here.
I don't think so. We're going to get a ball up.
Sutho will be the slowest bloke to get up.
Oh, he's gone for it.
And I think it's going to be less than a kick. And there's the siren as the ball goes inside forward 50 for Tasmania, but it's too little, too late. And Vic Country get one back. And the final score here in the third game of the Masters in the over 45 men, we see Vic Country 6-6-42 defeat Tasmania 6-2-38. Before we go to Tony Lovett for a quick synopsis of the game, we'll give our goal scorers for Tasmania. All singles, 1 to Simon Howard, 1 to Adam Flannery, 1 to Jared McKenna, 1 to Russell Robertson, 1 to Clinton Stratton and 1 to Shane Randall. For Victoria, only 2 goal kickers. We'll go 1 to Paul Sherry and the other 5 went to the Fevolution, Luke Vasallo. So congratulations to Vic Country. Tane, you want to give us a quick synopsis of the game?
I think that's interesting that Scary got the goal off. Luke probably gave it to him. Great mates they are. Play together down at the South Coast Sharks in Torquay, Anglesea, Victoria. But good game. About time the Country boys got moving. But once again, look at the great standard of the 45s there across both teams. You can see why Tasmania are so dominant when they come away to a national carnival. I think that, they've got some great players out there. But yeah, I think I'm lost for words. It's going to be a great day so far. Hopefully the girls will continue on. That our post-lunch results will continue to go Vic Country's way. And watch the girls see how they run out. But it's been a great day. Fantastic that you guys are doing the broadcast and we're getting it out there. I know that we've got some friends back home watching in Vic Country and even people around Tassie. It's just been a fantastic day. I think, Third, I'll be interested to see whether Clarkey does get the silverware around his neck.
Yeah, I was just going to ask, who would be the MVP or BOG for both Tasmania and Victoria Country in the over 45 minutes?
I reckon, I carry a bias. I just love the way that he goes about it. But and I think he's a Nicky Dacos type. He gets judged by a higher standard than everybody else. So Clarkey's done well, Sacco did well, and also Ryan Sutherland, I think. But I'm pretty sure Fasolo organised part of the game, so he might get his name on the medallion with the goals.
Well, he's very efficient.
He was very efficient, yeah. But no, and once again, I think Clint Stratton across the 45s was one of those guys that continued to drive the ball for the Tassie guys as well. But yeah, I think there was some good work out there from all of them.
Absolutely. All right, well, we look forward to seeing what happens with regards to the best on ground very shortly. They'll be doing those presentations. As we can see, the girls are about to get together and have their photo taken for Tasmania, and I'm sure Victorians have already done so because we can see them at the far end of the ground just getting ready for their warm-up, so they won't be far away very shortly. So I hope we'll be going out onto the ground. We can hear the Victorians. What's their song, by the way? Is it
Join in the chorus? The Kangaroos one.
Yeah.
There was a bit of a push at some stage. We had some Richmond guys down at the club, and they thought that it was good old Tigerland, and we quickly knocked that on the head and said, "No, it's the old Join in the chorus."
Might go and get some chips and gravy, X, and we'll be back very, very soon for the women's game. Tony, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
Thanks a lot.
Let's go, boys. Bring it over. Yep. No, Just come around the front, guys, if you wouldn't mind. Bring it in, boys. Just come down this way. Me mic will drop out otherwise. Thank you very much. Vic Country's on the board. Congratulations. Still alive. Today we've got this match. We honour another man, the great Darren Perry. I've had a look around the crowd and I don't think there's another one here, Darren. No other William Leach medalist here today, so he is royalty within our group. He's fantastic. He's won all Australians at 37 carnivals. He's been, he's just a superhuman being. I'll pass over to Darren. We'll announce the best players and then we'll pass on the premiership medallions to the Vic Country team. So first up for Tassie, best player, chosen by Vic Country bench, Jarrett College. Jared. And the victorious Vic Country, Paul Treadrow. I'll just, a few words, Darren.
Oh, only a few words, Cave. Look, thanks for turning up today. Fantastic game of footy. Tasmania did really well. Unfortunately, not quite good enough. But Vic, really great game of footy, great running. Really went up another level, that game of football. But for everyone turning up, it's for a great cause. Supers is wonderful, so it's good to see so many people here supporting Tasmanian Masters and Master Rules in general. Thanks everyone for turning up.
Thanks, Pez. Fantastic. Football royalty in Tasmania. Now we go to the women. It's going to be the last couple of matches are going to be fantastic. Everything's on the line now. The girls, go Tassie.